Hello students, welcome back to my channel again. Today we are going to learn class 10's pair of linear equations in two variables, some other different types of word problems. So I have chosen the main and the most important type, that is sums on speed, time and distance. So already there are two parts of word problems in my channel. If you want to check, you can go to the description box and you will get the links. So let's get started. Question number 1. Points A and B are 70 km apart on a highway. A car starts from A and another car starts from B simultaneously. If they travel in the same direction, they meet in 7 hours. But if they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. Find the speed of each car. So this is actually very simple. Just you need to draw the figure, and just to represent the whole situation into figures. The figures should not be like exaggerated. It's a simple figure, will work efficiently for you. So points A and point B. This is 70 km. A car starts from A. I'm taking, there is a car here, starts from A, this side. Okay. And a car starts from B. So suppose this side. If they travel in the same direction, look, I have given here same direction. Both the cars are traveling in this direction. They meet in 7 hours. That means obviously they will meet somewhere outside AB, and let us take the point as C. So this is 70 km. This is A, B and the point C, which is the meeting point after 7 hours. That means the first car travels from this to this, and the second car travels from this to this. Now let the car from A has x km/h speed, and the car from B has y km/h speed. So this car travels for 7 hours to go to C, and the second car travels 7 hours to go to C. So its covered distance is 7x kilometer, and second car's covered distance will be 7y kilometer. From the figure you can say that 7x minus 7y is equals to 70. So from figure it is very much visible here. 7x minus 7y is equals to 70. So we can take 7 common. X minus y, 7 into 10. 7 will be cancelled out. We are left with x minus y equals to 10, and that's number 1. So we have got this number 1 equation from the first condition of traveling in same direction. But there is another condition left, that is traveling towards each other. So for that We will draw another figure. This is suppose A, this is B, and we will not take in the middle, we will take towards B little bit. Suppose D is the meeting point. The car from A going this side, the car from B coming this side. This was 70 kilometer, total was 70 kilometer. AB is equals to 70 kilometer. Now in the question it is told that if they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. That means this is the covered distance by the first car in 1 hour, that means x kilometer, and this is the covered distance by the second car in 1 hour, that is y kilometer. So from the figure we can say x plus y equals to 70, and that's number 2 equation. Now you must be thinking why I told that D should be towards B, not in the middle, not towards A. Because from the figure we have already got the first figure, we have taken that this car, first car, goes more distance in same time than B, second car. So it is quite obvious that in 1 hour covered distance by the first car will always be greater than the covered distance by second car in 1 hour. That's why we have taken after midpoint, that's the meeting point D. We have got the first equation, that was x minus y equals to 10. So we will solve it. These two will be cancelled out. 2x will be 80. X is equals to 40. X equals to 40 we have got. We can put this x's value in any one of the equation. I am putting it here in number 1. So from number 1 we can write 40 minus y equals to 10. That means y equals to 30. Now we will just write the answer line, that the speed of each car. So we will write the answer line like this. The speed of the car from A is 40 km per hour, and that of the car from B is 30 km per hour. So this is the type, and all types of questions type like this will be done in this way with very easy method, that is drawing the figures. Coming to the second question, this is also of the same type. A train covered a certain distance at a uniform speed. If the train had been 5 km faster, it would have taken 3 hours less than the scheduled time, and if the train were slower by 4 km per hour, it would have taken 3 hours more than the scheduled time. Find the length of the journey. Now for finding the length of the journey, we need length of the journey means actually the distance covered. So we know that distance covered formula with speed and time. So we will take always the uniform speed and the time. So let the speed be x km per hour and the scheduled time be y hours. That means speed is x km per hour and the time taken is y hours, that means the distance covered, that means the length of the journey. So length of the journey equals to xy kilometer. Length of the journey equals to xy kilometer. This is the main point here. Now coming to the conditions given. If the train had been 5 km faster, that means train's speed is x plus 5, new speed is x plus 5. It would have taken 3 hours less than the scheduled time. 3 hours less than the scheduled time. That means y is the scheduled time, so it will be taking y minus 3. And then the covered distance will be same, that is xy. So we will be just simplifying it like this. xy will be cancelled out from both sides, so we will be left with minus 3x plus 5y equals to 15. That's number 1 equation. This one I'm repeating again. 5 km faster means the speed, new speed is x plus 5. The time taken 3 hours less than the scheduled time, that means y minus 3. But in this new case also, the length of the journey will be always same. So this is the equation, and we have got minus 3x plus 5y equals to 15. Coming to the second condition given, that is if the train were slower by 4 km per hour, that means x minus 4, it would have taken 3 hours more than, that means y plus 3. Again the journey will be of same length, that means xy plus 3x minus 4y minus 12 is equals to xy will be again cancelled out, so it will be 3x minus 4y equals to 12, and it's number 2. Now you have got very simple equations, number 1 and number 2, and you can solve it out. I'm just writing it. Minus number 1 is minus 3x plus 5y equals to 15, and number 2 is 3x minus 4y equals to 12. Now from this minus 3x plus 3x will be cancelled out, and we are getting y equals to this one plus 5y minus 4y, y 15 plus 12 is equals to 27. So y is 27. This y can be put in any one of the equation to get the value of x. So you find out the value of x and write the answer line. So this is your task, finding the value of x and writing the answer line, that means finding the length of the journey. Okay. So our number 3 question, that is like this. And this type of questions that I have chosen for you, it's very very important for this year also. And these are the questions which are related to boat and downstream upstream sums. So these are really very very important, so you need to check it out very carefully. A boat goes 12 km upstream and 40 km downstream in 8 hours. It can go 16 km upstream and 32 km downstream in the same time. Find the speed of the boat in still water and the speed of the stream. For doing this sum, you need a concept more than the calculations. So first we will clear out our concepts. Suppose there are two figures, this one and this one. I'm just representing the figures, I'm not drawing its proper one. So you think about this is a stream. Stream always comes down. Stream never goes up because it's water or it's liquid. And the boat can go up and boat can go down. So if a boat is going up, you can see that boat speed automatically will be lesser, because in the opposite direction some other forces are working. And in the second case, if boat is coming down, then automatically boat's speed will be more increased by something. And what is that something? That is stream, because both the forces are working together towards gravity. So I'm just representing the figure, like suppose the boat speed in still water is x and the stream speed is always y. Here also x, here also y. So ultimately you can see that what will be the boat speed? Main boat speed will be x minus y, because y, the force y is cutting off from x, and here x and y are added. Okay, so we will start doing our question now. Boat goes 12 km upstream. That means we will write that let the speed of the boat in still water be x km/h and the speed of the stream be y km/h. Therefore, we can write for the first case the speed of the upstream, the speed of the boat through upstream equals to x minus y km/h, and the speed of the boat through downstream is equals to x plus y km/h. Now the boat goes 12 km upstream and 40 km downstream in 8 hours. So 12 km upstream and its time will be x minus y, 12 divided by x minus y plus 40 divided by x plus y is equals to 8. This is the time taken through upstream and this is the time taken through downstream. Again I am telling, time means distance covered divided by speed, distance covered divided by speed. So this is number 1 equation, or you can just simplify it to a simple, like this one will be 3 by x minus y plus 10 by x plus y equals to 2. I am just taking 4 common throughout, so we can write it like this, number 1 equation. And number 2 will be 16 km upstream, that means 16 divided by x minus y plus 32 km downstream, that means 32 divided by x plus y is equals to same time, that means 8. And from this, after simplification, we are getting, we can take 8 common throughout and cancelled out. We will be getting 2 divided by x minus y plus 4 divided by x plus y is equals to 1. This is number 2 equation. Now this will be your homework to solve these 2 equations, because now this type of equations, that is irreducible equations, I have already done how to do these two types of equations solutions. So this will be your homework. Once you get these two equations solved, you will get x and y's values, and once you have got x and y's values, you can directly write the answer, that is the speed of the boat in still water and the speed of the stream. So this is all about today's session, students. I hope you all have understood and enjoyed the session, and now you can apply this concept in the same type of questions. So we will meet in the next video with different type of other questions. Till then, thank you.